Hello, this is Opera SM with the From the Ashes Alliance of Coalitions back with another Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest video. This list is a Karn Pauper combo deck. The idea came about from the recent Avacyn's Madness Coalition event, with one node requiring you to win in 7 or less turns, with the opponent having over 200 hit points. For some of our newer members in the coalition, they were asking how you could go about doing that if you were, don't have a lot of the old cards, especially the old combo cards, which are kind of vital in order to uh, make some sort of loop happen in order to deal massive amounts of damage consistently uh, within 7 turns. Uh, Summon Ghost, a fantastic player from Goblin Pile, came up with the idea of this sort of shell of the top 4 cards. Uh, and that was the basis of this idea in combo. I played around with it a little bit, and this was the version I ended up coming up with without tuning too much, but playing maybe 5-10 games with. So let's take a look. Basically, the combo revolves around these 4 cards. Path of Discovery, the support that whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it explores 1, which means you convert gems to gems equal to the creature's color, and then if it doesn't match, it gets bigger. Seasons of Growth, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card, or whenever a creature you control is buffed by a spell, draw a card. Hero of Precinct 1, which makes a white human token when it enters the battlefield or whenever you cast a colored spell. It's all colored spells in this deck, I believe. And Goblin Electromancer. So, like the free generator list I posted before in a video back, this deck runs on a similar premise where it runs a lot of spells that cost 2 or less to cast for free from Goblin Electromancer. When you cast those spells, it will create white human tokens with Hero of Precinct 1. When you make a white hero or white token, it will draw you a card. And also, when you make the white human, it will convert 2 gems to white. So when everything is in play, you get to cast a bunch of free spells, which will draw you into more cards, which will convert gems to white, and eventually cause matches, which give you mana to cast the non-free spells that you draw into. So 4 card combos are a little clunky. Part of the reason why Karn was chosen was his first loyalty ability for 4, in order to look at the top 4 cards and grab a card from there. That really helps kind of consistently dig to find things. Most of the other spells in here are card draw sorts of things in order to, again, help try to find all the combo pieces to get the Voltron together. Artificer's Epiphany, and we do have supports in the deck, so sometimes it will draw you an extra card. Tragic Lesson is interesting. I wanted another card that increased consistency. This does draw you cards. It drains 3 mana from your hand, but I've learned it actually was helping a lot more than it was hindering. And once you get going and do a lot of conversions, the draining of mana didn't stop the loop too much. It was, again, I'm not 100% sure it belongs, but I've been having good luck with it. Strategic Planning, like in the Legionnaire build, it's great. It casts for free and then lets you dig through your deck to look for those combo pieces and get rid of stuff you don't need. Desert of the Glorified, only black card in the deck, but getting to cast it for free and gain you mana is great. Really, you just want to get the combo pieces online as fast as possible, and this helps you do it. If you don't need the mana, you can also just cycle it away to look for something else, which is great. I was experimenting also with Tamiyo for this deck, uh, but having access to black was helpful for this, and again, Karn's fetch ability. Integrity is there's just a 2 mana spell. I chose this one since it is white and red. When you use Karn's first ability, it does allow you to get +2 to 2 colors, so that's why it's in here over maybe some other things, but really any 2 mana cost thing. Karn does only have 5 spell slots, unfortunately. I would probably run a 6 spell, which Tiamio could do, but so for the last card, SG had this in here, the Retreat to Coral Helm, and it's decent. It does help by disabling an opponent's first creatures so they can't hit you too hard if you're, before you start to loop. And it's also another draw engine, which can help. So let's give this deck a try in Legacy Training Grounds and see. All right, looks like we're playing against a Jaya deck. But yeah, again, from the ashes, we really like in our Slack chat to when people have ideas to just try to help a lot of our players, especially newer folks, when they have ideas with limited collections, and it's fun for a lot of us vets too. We just helping people is great. That's what makes the world go round, and we have a lot of fun trying to figure out ways to make things work and realizing that this deck can work for a variety of things. If there's a pauper objective, if you need to cast or summon creatures or tokens, spells, or supports of a high number, this deck can actually do it all. So, all right, let's take a look here. We've got Path of Discovery, one piece of our combo. Integrity. The other reason I chose Integrity, by the way, is just the backside. If you do need it to kill creatures and gain a little life, it just does have a little more versatility in addition to being 2 colors. All right, so we want to get Path down, Integrity down. I may just hold Path in hand, actually, so it doesn't blow up and get popped. So let's look here. I think that's plus. Okay, so we don't want to give the opponent red or blue. So what do we want to do here? We can get some white mana, we can get some red mana. Not seeing a ton of great options here, but we can prevent an opponent from getting red mana, which is probably the most important thing right now. So we'll do that, just gain 4 here. Lots of Path of Discoveries. All right. We also need loyalty in order to make this work. Let's see. I think taking green match in the middle and then having a possibility of getting a white match on top may be our best option here. We'll just do that. Great. A little cascade here. Wonderful. Now we can activate first ability. Great. Swell of Growth, our second piece of the combo that we need. Wonderful. Hero Precinct 1, so all we need now is to find an Electromancer. I am trying to think of the order to do this, if it makes much difference. Probably I will do Path first. It will make 1 less creature. But for conversion, I'm not sure. It's too early in the morning here. All right, so let's think about what we can do on this board here. We have plus white, so that's a slight advantage if we can find a white match. And I can find, ooh, yeah, that's great. I can get 3 white, 3 loyalty, 3 green. Maybe get some green and blue from top. So yeah, just gonna put this hero up on top here. Is that what I want to do? Season's Growth as well. Actually, I may just wait actually till I have all these pieces together. Might not be the most efficient, but we're just going to do that so opponent can't kill anything at the moment. So, and it's reasons like that sometimes why you don't. So let's wait till we can get things going here. Let's see. Just going to put a Path of Discovery down on the board. Maybe should have done that last turn. We'll just dump 1 for now so we have room to Fetch again. Come on, Electromancer. No Electromancer, but we do have Desert of the Glorified or Retreat to Coral Helm. Normally grab Desert we're going to grab Desert just to grab things. Maybe Retreat's good, but I'm not going to take forever thinking what to do here. Mainly just want to start showing stuff in action. So let's see. I'm going to want Seasons of Growth in play to make creatures. So let's, again, not 100% certain on this order, but we'll just get something down to start moving here. Just want to make sure I draw into more stuff here. Yeah, whatever. We'll just do this. Why not? All right, good. I got a match 5 here so we can get going. What turn is this actually to? This is turn 4 too. So we've got, not the whole combo online, but hopefully we're going to find our pieces to get stuff. And now we're starting to draw and convert. So it'll just be a matter of time, hopefully, until we get into the an Electromancer, hitting some tragic lessons, but there is an Electromancer, and that's great. Let's see, do I want to hit this? Yeah, we'll hit it one more time. Great, we do have this tragic lesson that's draining some mana, but we're here, yeah, and we're gonna get to keep going, so that's great. What I'm actually going to do too is after I cast this Electromancer, I'm gonna freeze the second Electromancer at the top of my hand. That way, as we're gaining mana, since the other spells are gonna be free, it's gonna be kind of a mana tank for the tragic lessons. Because if you don't have mana to drain, it won't cast. So this will allow it to cast and let us keep going. So let's see. I'm actually going to get rid of the Swell of Growth, I think, and we're going to cast this first Electromancer, then be off to the races. Let's see. Oh, I don't think I activate Karn this turn. Must have. All right. Let's see, we can get whites and black matches here, so let's just do that and get going. Here we go, and now that we have our combo online, we are probably just going to be sitting here for a very, very long time as we make matches here. And as you can see, as we're drawing the non-spell pieces, spells will cast for free, but the non-spell pieces need mana to cast, and by having our Path of Discovery, that will give us mana in order to be able to play those cards so they don't clog our hand. And sometimes they will clog the hand and eventually get out of things, but that is a big reason why I do like the Black Desert in this deck, just because it's another way to gain mana. I mean, technically it could kill you, but I've stopped loops when we've gotten up to like 200 power human token stacks, so you should be dead. But once you get this going, well, it's not a hard infinite loop. It will go for quite a while, and then the following turn you can attack. One of the reasons why I maybe have potentially wanted to play Precinct Captain a turn earlier if I was trying to win very quickly is just so the token stack could be able to attack this turn. Technically, you could play the that 1-drop rare artifact if you needed a way to give it haste, but again, we're trying to keep this Pauper, so we're not doing that. And now we also have a retreat to Coral Helm in place, so it's disabling our opponent's creatures as well, which is great. So that is how this deck works. So it will keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Maybe it eventually breaks at certain points. I've actually had it stop when there are no matches left on the board, which is kind of funny, but sometimes they'll be all white and your support gems and loyalty, and there's nothing else left to match. But yeah, that's this deck. I'm probably not going to make you all suffer through playing the entire game because we may be here 20, 30 plus minutes as this is going through. But that is the deck. Again, if you are a newer player and have access to the top 4 cards are the really important cards in the deck. The blue spells that help you dig and draw things are the next most important. And then basically any 2-drop spells or less that you can cast in order to make the loop happen. But even if you don't have all the fancy masterpieces and mythics like Omniscience and those sorts of things, Hazoret's Undying Fury, you can still make loops and combo decks. Another great budget legacy deck, if you're looking, which you can do, Pauper versions are, is Cycling. It's a little harder to get some of those old Amonkhet block cards, but if you can get Faith of the Devoted and you can basically just start cycling away a bunch of cards. I really like to use it with the black Monument, Bantu's Monument, and then black creatures that can cycle and gain some mana to help loop. But yeah, all right. I'm just gonna stop it here. As you can see, we're probably gonna be going here for quite a while longer. But yeah, this deck can basically run, and then next turn we are going to swing for a whole bunch of damage. But hope you enjoy this, and I'll be back soon with another video, hopefully.